turn our attention to the latest on the list, the Satter-Conn farm built in 1906, and the home of Mrs. Marion Conn. Since the description and the picture are in your programs, I invite you to read it at your leisure. However, I do want to emphasize that this home more than qualifies for historic designation, with Mrs. Conn's fastidious attention to its restoration. It is a beauty, as you can see by the canvas, which is a gift to her from the commission. The canvas, by the way, was created from a picture taken by her son. Marion, will you come forward? Ordinance 164-2018, an ordinance designating 192 Lear Road as a historic landmark. Whereas the Avon Lake Planning Commission has, at its meeting of July 3rd, 2018, recommended to council that 192 Lear Road be granted historic landmark designation. And whereas the request for historic landmark designation for 192 Lear Road has been reviewed by the Avon Lake Historical Preservation Commission according to Planning and Zoning Code Chapter 1268, and whereas the private home at 192 Lear Road was built by Frank Satter and Michael Satter in 1906 and deeded to the Conn family in 1966. And whereas the house is a vernacular two-story farmhouse with a wraparound front porch and a back porch on 0.6277 acres of land. And whereas the house was constructed with wide floor joists on a fieldstone foundation with the original capped gas well remaining on the property. And whereas the house has retained its original character, which is evident in the casement moldings, doorknobs, ornate stations, cutcheon, is that correct? Escutcheon, thank you. Plates, window locks, door latches, and the original hard pine doors. And whereas the porches were restored and the original raised columns were retained, and whereas all remodeling has been thoughtfully and meticulously planned to retain the original character of the house, and whereas historic designation gives residents of our community a deeper sense of understanding and appreciation of Avon Lake heritage, now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the City of Avon Lake, State of Ohio, Section number 1, the Council of the City of Avon Lake does hereby grant 192 Lear Road the designation of historic landmark. And this was passed on 10/22/18 and signed by Martin E. O'Donnell, Council President, and Mayor Zilka, Gregory Zilka, Mayor.
It's my pleasure to present to you from the Historic Preservation Commission this plaque to be placed on your home. Do you want me to give those to Chris?
Sure. Marion, you're on the program for a few comments.
I have just a few. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. The interest in personal family history and history in general was instilled in my brother and sister and me by loving parents who considered it a way to know and connect with our ancestors, to appreciate their interesting lives, and to value tangible evidence of their having been on this earth. There is great sentimentality in the heirlooms passed along to us through the many generations. I want to thank the City of Avon Lake for deeming our home worthy of historical designation. I'm very fortunate to be able to live my own version of a PBS show, This Old House. It has been an experience of shared ideas, increased knowledge about construction, and working with folks whose company I really enjoy. Many thanks to those who have given their time and skills to make the Satter-Conn farm what she is today. They include my former hubby George, Paul Guerin, Ken Hummel, John Kirkpatrick, John Whedon, and Martin Kelly Eisman. And especially our kids Chris and Caroline and their families for the ongoing care of the house and yard. Thank you to all who have had a part in bringing this dream to fruition, and for joining in the celebration.